My name is Heather Nicholson, and I live at Casula on the hill just above Georges River for a kilometre or so, I guess. And my sister Wendy and I used to go to Georges River when we were young and have quite a lot of entertainment going down there. We'd swim or take friends or go for picnics. Across the river there was a school of military engineers, and they used to have big barges on the water there so as they could train their engineers how to make quick bridges to cross waterways. They had a man who used to be there to keep an eye on them, but we used to swim up beside them and take a barge, undo it from its mooring and take it for a row up the river. And the poor man, who was dressed, of course, would wave his fists at us and say, come back, because he wouldn't see us take it. We'd come back after a little while and have friends with us. That was really good. Then we used to ride horses and ride them into the water sometimes. And further down towards Casula railway station, there was a man had little canoes for hire, so we used to hire a canoe every now and again and use that. That was all good fun. I don't know whether anybody knows who's going to be listening to this or reading this, that Georges River had its headwaters up near Appin, south of Campbelltown. We used to go sometimes swimming there. There's quite a big water hole up in that area. There was one place called the Woolwash. We used to go and swim there too. What happened where they had people that had sheep, they used to shear them and then wash the wool in the water there, because it was not easy to wash it elsewhere with so much that was needed. But my sister then decided that she'd like to float on a blow-up mattress, one of those lilo things, and she took a friend. I didn't go with this, I was doing something else, and they floated all the way from Appin down to the weir at Liverpool, and that was really quite a long time. I think it took them about 5 or 6 hours to do it, so it really was something that I don't know if anyone else has done it, but I haven't heard of anyone else. And so that was another interesting little thing that we did. And then when I was at school in Liverpool, they used to take us to swim in the Georges River just near the weir. And of course you couldn't swim in the Georges River now. It's really polluted too much. But they do hold different things on the water there, but I haven't attended any of those. They sometimes have motorboat races, and people do a lot of water skiing there when the river's got enough water in it, which fortunately with all the weather that we've had lately is very good. There's plenty of water there going over the weir and that sort of thing. But I miss those things that people could do without anybody feeling that you were going to get into strife. We could just go off there from the time I suppose we're about 11 or 12, and we'd be away probably all day, and our parents were quite prepared to feel that we were okay. And there is I don't know if it's still there because it's a long time since I've been down there at the Georges River, but opposite where I lived then was an almost island. I believe it had been an island, but it had silted up a bit from the mainland, and we could go on to this island, and it was nice and wild, and you could do all sorts of fun things there with friends. We'd take food and make a fire and cook our vegetables and cook whatever we took with us. And then after I married and had family, we didn't have enough money to go on a holiday, so we decided to, on one long weekend, to go down to Georges River, and we didn't have a tent, we just had sleeping bags, and so we slept out in the open. We took half a sheep with us, and we had a couple of friends with us as well. Took half a sheep that we wrapped up in a wet cowling and kept that hung up in the tree, and we cut bits off it whenever we felt like it. And amongst us, we ate all that, ate all the sheep, and that was probably all I can think of now to talk about the Georges River, but I'm sorry it's not quite so open for people to play in like it was when we were there. So I'll sign off now. Thank you very much.